Well, hello and thank you for joining me today. We're going to present to you 5 reasons why you should be prioritizing YouTube in 2024. Or to be honest, this could be 2025, 2026. I don't think we're going to be changing this, but right now, this is how you should be prioritizing YouTube. So lovely to see a few of you showing up. Tonya, Hank, Rob, great to see you on. And interesting because we very nearly didn't go live to Facebook, but Hank, you found us on Facebook, so we'd have missed you otherwise. So I'm happy about that. So cool, great to see you here. Now we want to find out first of all what your relationship with YouTube is as a marketing tool. So I think Owen's put a poll in. Yeah, I've got a thumbs up from the other side of the room. So there should be a poll appearing in here. Hey Greg, good to see you. A poll appearing in your chat. What's your relationship with YouTube? A, I've got a successful channel. B, I've tried and given up. C, I've decided it's not for me. Or D, just never considered it. So let's have a look. And how am I going to see this actually, Owen? I need to have it open, don't I? Do you want to post into me and tell me what they are? My relationship is that it's my only place that I stream your podcast. Cool. Sharon, good to see you as well. And Owen, you're going to have a shout out to me because I hadn't thought this one through. I've got my chat open in front of me and I thought it was all clever to be able to use a poll, but I can't actually see it. So I'll tell you what, we'll actually come back. I'll have a look at that. You can keep an eye on it. Maybe somebody can post in here and tell me what that is. But social media marketing in general, you know, we use it. It's a fantastic tool. It's a great way to get in front of people. But it can feel totally overwhelming sometimes, can't it? The pressure to post multiple stories a day. We're trying to cover Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok for some of you. And I totally get it. We deliberately didn't go this year, but this time last year we were at Social Media Marketing World, and I came out in just a total spin at the end of it because we were just going from session to session. And of course, they're bringing up experts using all different tools and platforms. And we went to one room and you got to be on TikTok. And if you don't get on there now, you're going to be missing out. And we kind of went into the next one and someone's telling us that we should be posting 10 times a day on Instagram. We go into the next room. You have to be doing short form video. You know, forget about this long form. It's all about short form video. You're missing out on a gold mine. Or then someone says to me, what? You're not doing a podcast? You'd be amazing on a podcast. And Owen and I are there in the breakouts in between going, right, so we've got to be all in on TikTok. Noted. We've got to be all in on it, you know. And I'm very easily influenced, and it doesn't take much for me to go, oh, okay, yeah, we'll have a go at that then. And we literally came out of that, and for the next few months, just found ourselves just chasing our tail all the time, trying these things, taking our eye off the one thing that was working for us. And thankfully, you know, a few months later, we sort of got ourselves together and went, hang on a minute, this isn't working, that isn't working. We know what works. It's worked for us for years. And so we're very much back now and really trying to stay focused 100% on YouTube. This is the platform that works for us. It's where most of you discovered us. And today we just want to talk to you about how we prioritize that, or how you could be prioritizing that. But if you're already busy trying to keep afloat of all these other things, why should you ever consider adding YouTube to that? Well, I want to present YouTube as an easier, more manageable alternative. Who'd like a bit of that? This is where it's better on Zoom because I can actually see you putting your hands up, but I'm just going to have to imagine you're all sitting there with your hands up. No daily, is that for me? Owen just texted me and then didn't realize it would ping. Oh, okay. So 46% of you said you've got a successful channel. 15% of you said you've tried and given up. No one's decided it's not for them. 38% never considered it. Fantastic. I'm excited for that. So yeah, we're talking here about this being easier and lighter. And I'd like to think we can just take some of that pressure off you. If you're doing all of these things, I want to present to you not something else to add on top of that, but potentially something that could replace some of this other work that you're doing and maybe not getting a lot of traction on it. So this alternative we're talking about, doesn't require daily posts. I don't do daily posts. No lengthy podcast shows that potentially, only a handful of people are listening to. And one video a week, maybe less, definitely less if you want to, is all you need to be doing to feed YouTube. And you can actually batch all this stuff weeks ahead and drip it out so that one a week is being fed through. So this is way more passive as a way to promote yourself, your business. I love this idea of serving first, because on most channels, you're pushing yourselves in front of people, but on YouTube, people discover you. And to me, that's been a much better experience. It's why we're so passionate about what we're doing over here. And so in the next, 30 minutes, I want to present to you 5 benefits that we've seen from being on YouTube. And then I'm going to offer you a fast track solution if you want to give YouTube a go yourself, if hopefully we whet your appetite for it and you think, okay, those of you that put in the poll there that you've just never considered it, I hope that showing you the example of what it's done for us might encourage you to go, okay, I could have a go at that. All right. So what are these 5 reasons we're talking about? Actually, before we jump into that, let me just very quickly jump back here because I do like to just see the chat. I saw Hanks. Karen just said, none of the above, have a channel, but need to learn how to use it more effectively. Cool. Good to be here. Good to see you, Jacqueline. Bill, good to see you. Tony, good morning. Yeah, okay, we'll come back to that one, Bill. Absolutely. We're going to do Q&A at the end. And so for sure, as I'm going through this, if you want to ask a question in there, and if you're able to, those of you that have been around or you've been in our academies, if you can put me a little Q and a colon, then it helps me when I just scan back and I can see that it's not just a comment back, but it's actually a question. And for sure, I'll stay on as long as we need to at the end answering your questions. All right. So number 1, so we've got our 5 reasons for why you should be all in on YouTube. And the first one is this. Again, I'm presenting to you from our side. This is what has absolutely worked for us. So it's number 1 is that it's been our virtual shop window. And if you run your own business online or offline even, your biggest challenge is likely attracting new customers, right? It's marketing. Everyone you talk to, we're trying to it's a constant struggle, getting new people in, getting in front of people. Because, honestly, we don't post constantly to social media for the fun of it. You're doing it because you're trying to get in front of new customers and build authority, right? You want to ultimately sell a service, but you want people to keep seeing you showing up and going, hey, this person seems to be a real authority on it. And maybe even get to a point where others are recommending you. And Facebook ads, oh, I know the person for that. It happens. We've tried lots of things to attract customers, certainly when we started out. And then I spotted a pattern amongst customers that we realized that they were discovering us on YouTube. Not buying on YouTube, but they were discovering me. And I was getting on their radar at that point. And, let's see how. What do you do when you need help for something? You go to Google, right? And what comes up when we go over to Google and we punch it in? That page isn't there. Come on. There we go. Here's my window over here, and I've just punched in at the top. This is Google Shure MV7 setup. Let's punch that in because I want to use that as an example in a minute. But this is what we do. How do I set up this microphone, this Shure MV7? I type it into Google and look what comes up over here. Right at the top, there's a couple of sponsored links, but that's not relevant to me because I want to know how to set it up. Then we've got from Shure, Google has pulled in this quick setup. There's a little featured bit that it shows you here. So straight away, you've got this. And then look what happens underneath that. This is being pulled straight in from YouTube, how to set up your Shure microphone. And then again, we've actually got the top 2 spots on there. But then there's a Reddit post. Then it comes down to this people also ask. And then we're back to more YouTube videos. So can you see, and I'm not, yes, I've picked an example that we're ranking on, but can you see how powerful creating videos for YouTube is getting in front of your audience. You know, we'll wait down here before I get to Sweetwater and actually see a quick start guide down here. Still more YouTube videos. And so your blog posts and things really aren't standing a chance of competing against a YouTube video when they're down there. And I think it just shows how we all like video. Google wouldn't give that much space, that much real estate right at the top of that coveted search engine results page to videos if it wasn't because people love it. As soon as we click on that video, we go over to YouTube. All right. So I ask a new customer where they find me, and we're on support calls. This is what I'm saying. We've discovered that our customers were finding us this way. I'm talking to them on a call, and time again, people are saying, "Oh yeah, it was that YouTube video that you made about." Maybe in this example, it was the Shure mic setup, or it might have been setting up a webinar on Kajabi, or cameras, anything like that we've posted videos about. So this is so powerful. This is how people are discovering us. I'm not pushing myself in front of them with ads while they're, you know what it's like when you're waiting for that video to start and there's an ad, or you're trying to search through something or going through your social media feed and an ad pings up in front of you. I'm appearing in front of people as this solution to a problem that they've got. And then later on, as we'll talk about in a bit, they come onto an email list and then they become a customer. So here's an example. I asked a recent Impact customer, that's what was our Pro Video Academy. It's where we help people set up and record like this. I asked them how they found me, and he said it was that Shure MV7 setup video. He'd bought the microphone. He found it frustratingly quiet. It wasn't working, in his opinion. So he Googled, as you just saw there, Shure MV7 mic, and he found me. And he was so impressed that I could get him fixed in under 10 minutes. He was about to send this microphone back, that he went on and he joined Impact. So YouTube is an incredible shop window for us. And over 70% of our customers discover us there. And so to me, this is pure content marketing. Can I do that with Instagram? Not as well. Twitter, Facebook? No. Almost all of us, when we're looking for an answer, go to Google, and right at the top of that results page, there are YouTube videos. Google isn't pulling in the videos that I post onto Facebook or LinkedIn. So this is what I'm saying. They're not equal. If in terms of getting in front of people searching for it, Google isn't going to feed any of that in. Realistically, we don't go to those platforms to search for it. According to the stats, 92% of us go to Google when we're searching for something. And another quick stat, there are over 8.5 billion searches per day going through Google. So later I'm going to be showing you, going into more detail on the two types of videos that you need to be posting to get found. But firstly, that's ticking off YouTube being our shop window. All right. Now, the second reason is that it can give you authority. Now, I was a bit slow to realizing this one, but it's absolutely huge. You know me because of YouTube. I doubt there's many of you on here that didn't discover me because of watching one of my YouTube videos. Time and time again, I talk to people, whether you've become a customer or not, it's because you're finding me on here. And we can then, what we're doing is, you find us on YouTube. Maybe you saw one of our videos and subscribed, and now you're seeing me as an authority and someone who you trust, someone whose opinion you value, right? Well, I don't take that lightly. That is huge. And I'm being seen by brands and influencers as well. And we were approached, I love this example, it goes back to 2020, but we were approached by Sony and partly again because the camera is so special to me, but they reached out to me and asked us to host the launch event of their ZV-10 camera alongside Mark here, who's was the UK technical sales manager. Now, he'd asked me to do this. He'd selected me because he saw me as an influencer. And the only reason that had happened because he discovered me himself while through lockdown when he was using Ecamm himself. So he'd seen my videos, he'd connected with us, and he'd reached out, and I got the opportunity to interview him the day that this camera got launched. Then Frank Kern, the most sought after direct response internet marketing consultant on the planet, according to his page, shared this video about me on Instagram.
Man, if you want to learn how to use this software program called Ecamm Live, this dude, Adrian Salisbury, is an excellent teacher. All these free tutorials on YouTube. What a nice guy. Great material here. Makes you want to do a better job at teaching stuff. I tell you, thank you, Adrian.
Now, I hope you heard that. I couldn't hear that. Could you hear that coming through? I hope I haven't got a little gremlin in here. But he was, well, you saw it. Frank Kern, I never forget seeing that post. Hey, what a lovely guy over here. He's just made all these videos about Ecamm. I thought that was incredible. Then Michael Hyatt thanked me. Sound was good, Heather. Thank you. I thought it was me. I always panic when I can't hear it this end. Michael Hyatt thanked me for my videos that got him started on Ecamm. Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels, his tech team ran through a training with their coaches using my videos on YouTube to get them up to speed with Ecamm. Mari Smith, the Facebook queen, has become a great friend because of meeting and discovering me here on YouTube. And Seth Godin, again, I got this, caught this clip here that he put on his blog talking about Ecamm and how good it is and the help from me and my videos as well. So Seth Godin, again, another top leader, knows me. And who else potentially that would recognize me or will have watched my videos, and I'm an authority in front of them in maybe it's Ecamm, maybe it's something else. And please, I don't say this to brag. Those of you that know me know that isn't me at all. But I would be completely unknown if it weren't for YouTube. So I had this huge kind of whoa when I thought this one through. I've been like, yeah, it's my shop window. Customers are finding me. And then I thought, actually, I'm being seen as an influencer because I've really gone all in on several products. I've taught about them and people see me and recognize me because of that. That's huge. So can you see why I get so passionate about this? And we're going to spin this around in a bit. You know, I want you to be thinking, not just like, oh, that's really cool for him. What could this look like for you? Is there a software or a product that you could own on YouTube and be the authority and really get known for it? And whether you're on YouTube or not, your people are. And they're looking for answers. And if it's not you that's on there creating videos, it's going to be somebody else. And they might not be as good as you. You might go, I can't believe they're getting all this publicity. They don't know what they're talking about. We don't know that. If we're going to YouTube and we're typing in these searches or into Google and YouTube's presenting the videos, it's going to put the most popular videos up in front of us. And if it's not you, you are literally handing that over to someone else. And we've all got our favorite YouTubers, haven't we? How cool would it be to, you know, I can think of several when I think of a new mic coming out or a new camera and I want their opinion on it. How cool to think that you could be that somebody to a viewer on YouTube. David found me on YouTube. Fantastic. Mommy Guide said the same thing. Love it. That's great to hear. Thank you. Right. Third reason is your content matures with age. I'd like to say, like myself. Well, actually, that's a silly thing to say, isn't it? Matures with age. You know what I'm saying. Right. So no one sees my Facebook videos that I posted a few months ago, let alone a few years back. No one scrolls far down my Instagram page. But my YouTube videos will grow in popularity. They are going to mature with age. And here's a little example for you. This is a, where is it? This is a 1 minute and 10 video that I posted titled Protected SD Cards. Right, hang on a second. That doesn't want to, there it is. Don't worry, you don't need to see the video. It's because I'm coming through this way with my widget. But what I want you to see is, look, this is a 7-year-old video and it's had 13,000 views. And if I just scroll this down, you can see the comments here. If I sort this by newest first, okay, this is my point. We're saying that these videos mature with age, right? It's still relevant. And 1 month ago, this is the live feed. So 1 month ago, my 7-year-old video is having somebody thank me. Again, a month ago, someone saying it's a lifesaver. Again, a month ago, thank you, saved me a big pain and headache. I love you, saved me from a stroke. Thank you so much. So this is one video that is, you can't see it there, but it's 1 minute and 10 seconds long. Didn't take me long at all to make, and it is just growing and growing in popularity. All right, still saving lives. So YouTube is looking at this. When somebody else types in about this fix with an SD card, YouTube is looking for watch time and engagement. And if people watched a decent amount of your video and they like or they comment, like we're getting comments there, then YouTube's just going to keep pushing that up in front of people. And remember that this is all free. So it's not like Facebook ads or YouTube ads. This is costing me nothing to build a channel, record videos, and get in front of millions of people. In fact, I get rewarded for it. I get paid for it when ads get put on my videos. And so I earn money back as well. So that, again, pretty unique, I think. Now let's have a look at this fourth reason. And that is research. We run a Kajabi Academy. We run a Kajabi Kickstart that helps people in 28 days get up and started with an online course. And I'm constantly being asked, how do you test if there's an audience for what you're thinking could be an offering? Guess what I say? YouTube. You don't need to have spent months building up a channel. You can start a brand new channel, post some videos, and if they're what people are looking for, you'll soon get to know it. Google doesn't prioritize big channels. Every video stands on its own merits. And in a few minutes, I'm going to explain what videos that you ought to be making and how to do that research. Plus, when you start getting views, you're going to get comments and questions that can offer ideas for future comments. So, you know, I put a review up about a camera, for instance, and everyone starts asking me about the best lens for it. Well, then I go, okay, there's a video that I can make there. Best lens for this camera. Does that make sense? So you never need to be scratching your head, wondering what to make videos about, because start putting these videos up, watch and respond to the comments, and all of your content ideas are going to be put in front of you. All right? Is this helpful? Are you enjoying this? Conscious we're, there we go, pulled back to the bottom of that. Love it. Right. Keep your questions coming. I am going to come back to them. I'll give you as much time as you need at the end to answer any of these questions. So my fifth reason is pipeline content. Our goal isn't YouTube subscribers. We want customers. And as I said, as the first point, YouTube is our shop window. People watch our videos. They download our resources. We offer equipment lists, for instance, and people will. So I'll talk in a video about my cameras, my microphone, my office setup, and I'll say, look, here's an equipment list if you want to go and download it. People happily will pop their email address in for that, which means that they're now on our email list. And many of you are on that list. And that's why you're here, because you got an email from me saying that we were going live today. But when someone downloads our equipment list, I don't just want to email them with an invite to a webinar or push them to a sales page. I want to send them some helpful content that's going to deepen this trust and start to build this relationship with them. And I want them to see me as an authority, so that then when I do send them a link to a webinar or to an offer that we've got, they're thinking, yeah, I like this guy. He's really good. His videos have really helped me. So how do I give them some good content to be able to put in front of them and build this relationship? I'm sending them to my existing YouTube videos. So if someone didn't discover my video in the first place, I get a second chance of pointing them back to it. So for example, I mentioned our gear guide that you can download for free, and it's all the equipment that we use here with a little bit of an overview of why we've chosen it. And then if you download that, we follow up with a week of emails. The first one will be our studio tour. So it will say, you'll get an email saying, hey, thank you for downloading that. Out of interest, have you seen our studio tour where you can see all this equipment in use? If not, here's a link to that video. Then the second day, here's a mic review. Third day, camera reviews and tips. Fourth day is about lighting. And then the fifth day, we invite them to our Lights Camera Impact webinar, where we pull all this together and show them how, if they come and join us in Impact, we can help them set all this up. So again, are you seeing, just trying to look at all these different ways, all this value that you can get. You post that video up, and it isn't all about somebody organically finding it from the searches, but you can point people back to it. You could do a weekly or a monthly newsletter, and you could do a little roundup, and here's some videos from the archives if you haven't seen it. I remember discovering this when we've done videos talking about how to cope with what's the best lighting if you wear glasses, or lighting at a whiteboard, or things like this. And it's easy to assume people have seen that content of yours, and occasionally it will come up as a question, and I'll say, well, I did a video a year or two ago about it, and I can point them back. Well, I could put that in an automated email sequence and just put it back in front of people. So can you see I'm just getting more juice out of this video? It isn't all about people naturally, organically coming to it. So again, this is unlike those Instagram posts or my tweets with their short life. My YouTube videos are gonna keep working for me. Now, they're my 5 points. I do have a bonus one. I don't know why I didn't just call it 6, but it sounded fun to call it a bonus one, and that is practice. Because if you're not happy with your video quality, the best advice I can give you, I mean, we do have some training on this, but the best advice I can give you is to practice, because there's no expectation with your early videos. You talk to the top YouTubers and they'll all say, oh, my first 20 videos, maybe more than that, were terrible. There isn't a real pressure on these first videos. I mean, I would always say start off with your best ones, because knowing that they're still going to be around in 10 years' time, I don't want to be cringing when somebody pulls up that video. But the only way you're going to get better is to practice. And, if you never start this, they're never going to improve. And so I really encourage you to get started. See this, yes, awesome that you're creating all this content, but just the fact that you're working this muscle, you're getting used to it, you're getting more confident on every video, the quality's improving, potentially the equipment's upgraded. You can just start seeing how important it is to get out there and be practicing and doing this. And I find this pretty easy, to be honest. I'm sitting here in a room at home, and I've got a teleprompter in front of me. I'm not even looking at a camera. I can look straight at words in front of me, or pictures, what am I saying? The reflection of this screen here. It feels a lot easier than looking straight down a camera lens. I can just get going with this, and I can practice it. So there it is. That's to me, that's why I want to present this to you as I said half an hour, and I'm half an hour on the dot. This to me is why YouTube is unique, and I just feel that time invested here is never wasted. I can put a lot of energy into Facebook, and it seems to have a very short life. Even more so with Instagram and things and stories. That's not going to get in front of new people. That's really there for your warm audiences, and I'm not knocking that. But time invested, if you spent the same amount of time feeding that machine on Instagram, on LinkedIn, Facebook, and then you took the same amount of time and were creating good videos, the right videos over here for YouTube, I guarantee there would be a massive difference in the return on that investment of time and energy over the next few months. So hopefully that sounds refreshing. and this sounds a bit lighter and easier. As I said at the start, we're at social media marketing world, and I'm there taking notes about Instagram, and then this guy mentions 10 posts a day. I just tuned out at that point. Okay, that isn't what we're saying here. And, I'm talking about putting a video a week up. I think that is a really nice rhythm. But I kind of hinted at it earlier that every video does stand on its own merits, and YouTube is taking a search phrase, whatever that viewer or searcher types into Google. YouTube is going, right, what video have we got in this, out of all these millions, billions of videos, which one are we going to put at the top and put in front of this person? And they're looking, firstly, really, well, we'll come on to this one in a minute, but they're looking at titles, and they're looking at how people are interacting with your videos. But I'm going to come back. I'm coming off my notes there. Right, so, and again, totally free to start a YouTube channel. The problem becomes what videos are you going to make? And if you've tried and been discouraged because no one's watching your videos, you'd totally be forgiven for giving up on this. But that's where we want to come in and help you. So far, I've really focused on the why that you should be using YouTube, and hopefully we've at least kind of whet your appetite a bit for that one and got you a little bit more receptive to hearing more about the how. So how do we do this on YouTube? How do we get this going? I want to start by saying that trying to do this on your own inevitably leads to disappointment. And we said, well, actually, I do have a stat here. Let me quickly pull it up. 70%, almost 70% of YouTube channels have less than 100 subscribers. So if I pop this up here, what do I mean by this? If you're going to just go, I'll have a go at this on my own, put up some videos, chances are they're not going to work, and statistics prove it. So this is from, when was this? Have I got a date on there? I think this was about 5 years ago we got this. But look at it, what I'm showing you on here, that bottom line. So this is looking at, this is TubeBuddy's stats from people that are on there, that are using their platform. And it tells us down here that there's a number down here with no subscribers. So a huge number of people don't have subscribers. That makes sense. They've just got a Gmail account and a YouTube account allocated to that. But then look, between 1 and 100 is 68%. So 68% of all the folk that are on YouTube with the channel have less than 100 subscribers. And average upload count is 15 videos. So that says to me that a lot of people have had a go at this. They've put a dozen or so videos up, said it doesn't work, and just left it there and given up. And that's really sad. And I wanted to encourage you as well. Don't feel like I've done that and I'm kind of in this minority. You are absolutely not. The difference really is having some help and getting some direction to know what you're doing. So wasting time branding your channel, posting videos that only getting a handful of viewers would make anyone want to give up. I totally get that. And that's why we created our YouTube Academy, to help people see the same success that we've seen on YouTube. Okay, we'll come back to that in a bit. But first, I want to tell you about these two types of videos that are working best for us. And they're not sales videos. They're not carefully crafted videos to create intrigue and then ask for payment. We sort of get told that we're supposed to make videos on the why, but you don't give away the how. You never give that away until someone's paid for you. It's not clever thought reversal videos. We don't sell on YouTube, we serve. All right. So yes, it is absolutely that front window, but people reward us because we're not actively selling on YouTube. ironically, here I am right now, but you get what I'm saying. This is different. This is a live. This is not one of my pre-recorded videos that I'm teaching you how to do there. So we serve, and then we have an opportunity to sell to people afterwards. And we're doing that through two types of videos, and they are how-to videos and review videos. Now, Owen's actually helped me a lot to prioritize the viewer. When we're making videos, I'm starting off and I'm thinking, oh, well, I need to make sure I say, hey, I'm Adrian Salisbury and I teach people how to do this. And, if you want to subscribe, we'll help you. And if you give us your link, we'll be able to sell to you. You can buy these things. Owen's kind of helped me to go, just prioritize the view. Imagine you're them and understand that they don't care about us. Yeah. You think about, the videos that you've watched, you're not looking thinking, oh, someone's actually put a lot of work into making this and I'm going to really, support them. You just type it in. You say, I need an answer to this. Watch a video. You almost don't even consider that that's a person that's made a video and put it there. We just take for granted that these videos are there. So Owen really helped me with that, to just kind of get out of my own head that people don't care about us initially. They've got a problem to solve. They're doing their quick bit of research, or maybe they're getting a purchase and they're just wanting to make sure that they're definitely doing the right thing. And if we serve them first, then we've found that the reward comes later. So imagine you're a business coach and you're helping small companies develop their teams, and you're trying to get in front of people, and you've got this avatar, you've got this ideal customer, and we'll call him Joe, and he knows he needs help. His startup business has grown and he's not used to managing teams. He may well be searching for some leadership podcasts, and he might potentially find you that way, assuming you're in the top 3 or 4 of them. Maybe he's going to go searching for some LinkedIn groups that he can get some support from, and maybe he'll discover you that way. He could fit your target marketing, and he might be faced with one of your ads, which may or not resonate with him. But Joe is very likely to head to Google today asking questions. Maybe he's had somebody recommend a team management tool. Oh, aren't you using this? You really should be using this tool. Well, what's he going to do? He's not going to go over and buy it. If he's like most of us, he's going to go to Google first, and he'll put the name in and he'll look for some reviews on it, won't he? And then maybe the person that did the review over there has also got some videos as to how to get started on this platform. Or maybe it's Zoom and he's got to do a presentation and he doesn't know how to do that because he's never had to do one of these before. And again, he's going to go to Google. How do I do this? How do I record? Should I record to the cloud or to the computer? How do I do breakout rooms? We research this stuff. We use Google, and Google is feeding in from YouTube. There could be 100 reasons to head to Google or YouTube, and without realizing it, Joe is locking onto these people that are helping him. He sees them as trusted authorities. And then when one of those people says, actually, we've got a whole membership, or we've got a training that, over the next 3 weeks, we're going to take you through this and set everything up. Of course, he's going to be interested in that. So can you see how this can really make a difference? And making these, don't dismiss kind of how-to videos where people say you're giving away too much content. You get in front of them on all these fringe things as well, really. We make a lot of videos that we're making videos about Zoom because we know that somebody who's doing presentations, webinars on Zoom needs to look good on camera. They ought to be using eCam. So we can help them with all of this. So we help them with that first thing. We get on their radar, and then we can start introducing these other things as well. Okay, does that make sense? So focus on those practical how-to videos and the review videos. Again, whether that was that bit of software that we just suggested Joe was doing, or whether you are in another group and you're asking which camera should you have, that's in my world, cameras, mics, things like that. Maybe it is a bit of software. Maybe it's a bit of hardware. Is it a different printer or something that actually you think, well, I could get in front of people on that, and then I could teach them about this other office management work. All right, so opportunity there to really think about anything that you got to think of your ideal customer. What would they need to get going with? And can you get in front of them? Are there tools? I know I've got a friend who is an artist, does kind of the doodling with Posca pens and things. So he's done reviews on all these different pens, and he's actually now been seen as an influencer, and he's been sponsored by Posca. And yeah, just a few examples to throw in there and get you thinking about that. So when people say that their videos aren't getting viewed, it's usually because their titles are wrong and they're making videos on the wrong topics. So I started talking about this earlier and knew I'd got it coming up later in my notes. We're aiming for titles that are as close as possible to what people are searching for, because that way YouTube are going to put your video in front of the viewer. All right, that makes sense, doesn't it? You know, when you saw that example there of that Shure microphone setup, we've thought, okay, how would somebody ask this? We've done research on it, and we call our title as close as possible to what somebody is typing in. That, with taking nothing else into consideration, that is the first thing that YouTube is doing, and it seems obvious, doesn't it? Match up the phrase, that search phrase that you put into Google or your viewer puts into Google with the same name on a video. It should mean that that's the best video. Now, there are other things that come into account with that. And, you know, if your video is really bad, if there's like a squeaking noise because you got an issue with your microphone, people are going to tune out. Or it might just be that you're really dry, or you're taking a long time to get to it, which sometimes is why I discourage doing lives over actually recording a video. We're getting in front of that customer who wants his answer and solution, and he doesn't want to sit here while you're going, hey, good to see you, Jason and Richie, great to have you back. They don't want all that. They've come here because they've gone, look, I just need to know about this microphone. Okay, so that will all come into that factor that YouTube will say, all right, a lot of people disappeared 3 seconds in, so we're not going to put it up in front of the next people. So the content's really got to be good. And again, we can help you with all of that. But then your thumbnail needs to actually get somebody's attention. So YouTube is going to put you up in that list in front of people. It isn't about necessarily getting onto the top 3, which typically get fed into Google. As soon as you click on one of those 3, you know it. You see a list there at the side of all these other videos. And if YouTube thinks, okay, let's put this video up, let's see if they like it. If no one clicks your thumbnail, same thing, they're going to drop you. If people are clicking your thumbnail, then they're going to keep pushing you up in front of them. So title, really important. Thumbnail, really important. And then, as I say, the content really needs to deliver as well on what you're promising, because we want people to stay as long as possible in our videos and hopefully interact with it and put some comments in there as well. All right. So I think I've just covered that. Hopefully that makes sense. So all of these elements are key parts of our YouTube Academy. And I'm just seeing what it says. That doesn't make any sense at all, my note. So how do we then convert customers? So we've talked there about YouTube. How do we convert them from subscribers of YouTube here to customers of ours? Again, I've kind of hinted at it a little bit in here, but here's another example of it. One morning a few months back, we had a new customer in Impact, and he came through the same way that we've seen so many times before. I asked him how he discovered us. He said he watched my YouTube video, he downloaded my equipment list, he watched an automated webinar at the end of it, and then before I'd got to the end of the webinar, he'd clicked the button and he'd bought. So if you missed it in there, the trick to getting them from that video is that lead magnet, as we call it. It's a freebie. It's typically a PDF. It could be, we've actually done, so for Ecamm, for instance, we've made some profiles available, and you can download the profile. It's like a template that you can use. So something that adds value and takes you a step on from what you've just been watching in that video. And that requires an email to download it. And that's how we grow our email list. And then from there, as I mentioned earlier, we can nurture them and hopefully bring them in. Not everybody will. And you do need to understand that a lot of people on YouTube are there because they're just DIY people. But how nice to still be able to serve them anyway. So it works. We bring people through. We take them from a viewer on YouTube to an email list subscriber, and then we can nurture them. And then when we make an offer for something like this, as an example, we're able to send to our email list and say, hey, we're doing a live, we've got a promotion, something's just launching. People are way more responsive to that than they would be just a cold ad from someone they don't know. Okay. Now, so we're talking about these lead magnets and having these downloads, that's fantastic. What I don't want you to do is think you go away from this and start putting downloads into all of your videos, because YouTube isn't going to like that. Think about it. Ultimately, YouTube wants to keep people on YouTube. So if every time a viewer watches your video, they end up leaving, then YouTube's not going to like that, and they're going to stop serving up your video as a solution. So we plan our videos so that there's always a call to action at the end of the video, and most of the time that's pointing them on to another video on our channel, and occasionally we lead them off to a lead magnet. Now, in the Academy, we teach you how to cluster videos around one central lead magnet. And we have a lot of fun in this, bit of a mind map around a lead magnet and what videos fit together. But there's a lot to this. But when you know how to do it, it actually becomes pretty straightforward. Now, this is a great time. We haven't spoken yet really about our YouTube Academy. Before I come over and answer some of these questions, I want to introduce you to our YouTube Academy. And again, I don't know why. There we go. It just wanted a second to jump in first. So this is our sales page over here. And you can purchase YouTube Academy. In fact, let me just scroll down to this point over here. The link's going to get popped in for you into the chat here anyway. So what's included? What is it that we offer you? Well, first off, we have our YouTube Academy. And you can access this at any time. You can, at any point through the year, you can purchase this, and you can watch through almost 5 hours of online video tutorials. And it's not just about building a YouTube channel. There's a huge section up front before we even get into YouTube, where we're going to help you to understand what videos you need to be making. We help you work out, like I've been doing on here in brief really, but getting into the head of your audience. What videos are they watching? What are their pains? How can you serve them? How to cluster these videos? How to come up with some lead magnets and things. So all of that happens on the first level before we even start talking about your channel. Absolutely essential to get that right. That's the way we stop you getting disappointed by making 50 videos and realizing nobody's watching them. That doesn't happen if you do this first step. So then we're going to focus on your channel. That's the second level of this. And we help you get all that set up. Then we help you script and record your first couple of videos. And we teach you about thumbnails, help you upload them in a way that gets them viewed. And we've got a whole section at the end dedicated to your ongoing success and to help you plan and execute a content plan for the next 6 or 12 months. So that's the online part. Okay. Then, sorry, I should have watched you through that, let you see that bit. Then we have what we call YTA Live. This is our YouTube Academy Live. And because we realized we didn't want just to have an online course, we wanted to have an opportunity for you to be able to come and work through with us very closely. So twice a year, we run what we call YTA Live, and everybody who purchases the YouTube Academy gets a free ticket into the next upcoming one of these. And the next one happens to be starting in just over a week, which is why we're here promoting it right now. We spend 2 weeks together in a small Facebook group, a private space, and we walk through the online training. We use that as our guide across 6 days. There are 6 levels to it. That forms the first 6 days. And then we actually, there's a ton of tips and content that really doesn't make it into the course, and it doesn't come out until we're responding to somebody's question. There's a lot that comes out of these daily lives that we do. Owen and I go live every day, working through that to start with, and then we flip it over and we start doing channel reviews and answering any questions that you've got about it, and super powerful. Then we've got some bonuses here as well. So my next one here, this is exciting. This is brand new, TubeBuddy Academy. It's so new that it isn't actually ready, but it will be by the time we start. Bless him, Owen recorded this a month ago. Owen recorded this TubeBuddy Academy and did a really good job. It's a tool that we've been asked for, a lot of time we were in here. We just kind of scratched the surface with it, and people are going, I wish you'd do some training on TubeBuddy. Well, here it is. And bless him, Owen recorded all this, put it all through. Literally, we got it ready to put it in as a new product. And Owen couldn't believe it. He said to me, you're not going to believe it, but TubeBuddy have completely changed their branding, their navigation, their control panel. So instead of going, well, there you go, you get the idea, he's completely re-recorded the whole thing. So it's all recorded, it's in the process of being edited, and by the time we start a week on Monday, it'll be in there for you. And that's exclusive to here. You're the only people going to get this, and it's coming into this bundle too. So even if you're an alumni who've been through our YouTube Academy before, you can come back into this time around and in this April cohort, and you will get this for free as well. Then we've got, and I'm going to jump down this way, I'm going to doing these in a different order, but our YouTube content management tool, again, this came out of you asking us. We're helping you with do this brainstorming and coming up with these ideas for your videos. And Owen said, I could actually make available what we do. And so Owen has put this together. This is really how we're using this. As I say, it's exclusive to people who attend live. And so not only can you use this to use it as a tool for helping you discover what videos your audience are looking for, you can use this to group them together, to plan out your videos, to tag them, to link them together. So from this one, that's going to be the follow-up video, and put lead magnets in there, all of these different things. Instantly, it turns behind the scenes into a calendar view, so you can look at your calendar plan on there, see what you've got. And plus, when you want to review your channel each month, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, you're prompted in there each month which are the key metrics that you should be noting down so that you can see the progress of your channel. Super powerful tool. Again, it's kind of a hidden exclusive tool that's in here. We could sell this thing outside of it, but we like to keep it in here. So we're really, we want to make sure you're getting the correct training. You're not just giving you a tool and sending you out. So we will cover that while we're in here. So this is pretty much exactly what Owen is doing with our videos, what we're doing with them. And so again, we're just really passing on to you and sharing what's working for us. Now, I mentioned about tracking your calls in here, and the reason we're doing that is that, yes, we're in here for 2 weeks together in this YTA Live, but when that YTA Live finishes, we keep the Facebook group open right through until the next one that runs, and that will be in November this year. So the Facebook group you've got access to. And better than that, every month between now and November, Owen is going to jump on a Zoom call for anybody that wants to come on, and we will help you track the progress and see how well you're doing and really give you some feedback on that. Now, then it says on here as well that, there is an app, there is a mobile version of this as well. We give you a discount if you want to come and join us in Impact. This is the countdown here for YTA Live, but we skipped over slightly. I've lost it. Where's it gone? The price of this. Oh dear, I've totally just jumped over it. This is why I should have had it preset. There it is. That's the bit I'm looking for. So this whole package with all of these things included in here is just $199. And you've got lifetime access then to all of that online training. I'm going to put this challenge out there that if you can find a better deal on the internet that offers such personal support for less than $199, then I'm going to let you in for free. All right. So what do you say? What do you think to that? Hopefully you can see the opportunity available on YouTube, and you can see that the Academy is a great way for you to get started and to plan out your content for the next year or so. So it's costing you nothing on YouTube. We're not asking you to subscribe to a platform or a channel or anything over there. That side of it is totally free. And for $199, you can come in, get all of this online training, all of the support from us, channel reviews, support right through to November every month, and all of these tools and things that are being bundled in there. This is a fantastic offer. We're really excited about this. And as I say, you can join any time of the year, but right now is the time. If you join now, we start a week on Monday, and you can come and join us through that live support, which is absolutely the best way to get going. Okay, so we're just opening up the Facebook group now. So you can actually get in a week early into the Facebook group. It gives you a chance to get in there. So if you purchase now, you will instantly, anybody who's purchased between the last YTA Live and this one has now just been sent an email to tell them that they can come and join the Facebook group now. And for anybody that signs up now, you can get straight into that group. We're not doing support and things yet. I'm holding you back until we start. I want to do it properly a week on Monday together. But absolutely, it's a great opportunity to get in there, meet other people, post in there, let us know what you're here for, what it is you're trying to achieve, and we can start those ideas going. Okay. So I want to come to some questions over here. I want to answer anything that you've posted in about this. This should be an absolute no-brainer. We've deliberately piled on the bonuses and things on here. Hopefully I've convinced you at the top why YouTube is so powerful and how this can work as just an amazing marketing machine for you. And I'm hoping you're seeing the fact that we're so transparent, helping you achieve exactly the same as what we've done, that this is the best option for you. Now, I do just want to say that if you're an existing customer, if you've been through YouTube Academy before, you can come back in as an alumni. That's $99. There's a link on that page for you to come in for that. And everything that I've talked about today, you will get added into your account as well. And know that if you're coming through this first time now, you can come back in November, you can come back next year as an alumni, and you're paying half price to get in and do the live training and get the support from us. Okay. So yes, Bill, $199 US, absolutely. Tanya says, what time are the lives? Great question. So what I'm saying to you that we've got, in fact, let me pull that screen back up on there. I'm saying to you that we're doing these lives every day. We're actually doing them an hour earlier than we've done in the past. So it'll be 4 p.m. here, which will be 8 a.m. Pacific time. You guys have got to get up for this. It'll be 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. And if you're in Australia, we will do at least one call on the second Monday that will be in the evening for you, rather than you needing to get up in the middle of the night. The first day is April the 8th. No, it isn't. The first day is April the 15th. I'm saying it's a week on Monday that we're starting, Jacqueline. Yep. So you can head up to the mountains and come back and join us the week later. Data on the success rate of YouTube Academy grads. No, Karen, because sadly, like all of these things, it's down to you, and we can give you the training, and I can give 100 people the same training. But if you walk away from it and go, yeah, you know, it's not going to happen for you. Whereas somebody else could be coming to me going, yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm pumped up. You know, I need new customers. I'm happy to do it. I've got ideas in my head. Then it's going to work. So unfortunately, Karen, like any kind of online course or any training like this, we can deliver it, but it really is down to you to turn that around. But we have had some fantastic testimonials of people that really have gone on and done great things with this. So will it be overwhelming? No, it won't. I promise you it won't. So this one is, and you can work through, firstly, we've got 2 weeks in here. I'm very good at making things simple. That's kind of my skill. That's what we know that, we own that. We make technical things simple. And I've never had anybody come through this saying it was too hard or overwhelming. So day one is very much, we're going to focus in on what is level 1 in that training. Day one will be down to you to thinking about ideas about your customers, what kind of things, what sort of videos do you think they are searching for anyway, that you could get in front of them by making a video on that. So that's just a kind of creative space. And we will help you with that if you're struggling. Then you've got then we completely break down how to set up a YouTube channel. We show you how to record a video, the kind of things you should be doing. We show you how to upload it. We talk to you about thumbnails and things. So no, it really is broken down for you. There is no pressure to complete it on the days that we're doing. It's just we trying to deliver the content across it that way. But no, you can come back to this as many times as you want, and you can use our support as much as you want as well. So got that one, hopefully. Yeah, so Nora, absolutely. So the online content that you've got, the library of information that's there in the Academy hasn't changed, but you're coming back through again. I've had people that have been saying to me just this week, yeah, I'm going to come back through because I've really lost my way with it. And I started and, gave up for whatever reason. Actually, I know I need to do this. I've got the training. I'm going to come back through again and just get reignited with it all. Yeah. So you won't get that in that material unless you come back through. So that's your incentive to come back through as an alumni with us again. Hey, Tommy. So many experts on so many things. Yeah. How do you speak with authority? Things without fear. Yeah. And Richie, it's a great question. It's imposter syndrome. I struggle with this myself still, that, who wants to listen to me talking about this? Well, I tend to come at this from my experience. I can talk, and all the training we do is really just sharing what's working for us. So I'm not trying to say this is the only way to use YouTube. There's Sean Cannell and people like that from Think Media that are way bigger authorities on YouTube than me, but they can't take from me that this is what works for us. And, all I'm sharing with you here is saying, this has been my experience. This is how customers are finding us, and you can do the same thing and you will find customers the same way. So, in your space, what does that look like? That really is, and without having a conversation with you on that one, it really is down to hopefully what it is you're talking about, you've got experience in, and you can speak to that. It builds, this whole imposter syndrome. You start getting some good feedback from people. You get those results and people saying, that's amazing. I've been through your training and look, I've got all these subscribers and I've just sold my first product now. Or then that builds and it does grow and you start to go, okay, maybe I can talk about this. And you will bring something different, Richie, than others. There are a lot of experts out there and they've all got a different style. There are some that I love and I'm drawn to. There are some that I can't stand listening to them. You will find people. We're all unique, and so definitely don't be thinking this is overcrowded. Could you make an update? Yeah, Jason, we ought to be doing that for sure. Now let me just jump back down. This is the last one, and I'm going to scroll to the bottom because I'm conscious I'm working the wrong way up here. If you posted above this and I haven't answered and you're still on, please post at the bottom and I'll try and get to that, unless Owen spotted anything that you want to just throw in. Got around 21,000 subscribers, 36 videos. Excellent. We started adding one every week. Yep. keep adding and try. Yeah. And David, I mean, I love to work with folk like yourself where we've actually got some data and we've got some videos. Let us have a look at that with you, because we can either show you the tools and how we would start analyzing that, or let's have a look with you. Are there titles? Are there thumbnails? We've done it in the past in the academy where actually we go, right, okay, I can see this now. Can you see why that one's doing better than that one? And so please let us help. You don't just kind of accept it that it's leveling out. Yep. So, yep, still 99. Right. Fantastic. Will it work for coaches who have nothing to review? What are you coaching? Because are your customers using tools of any type? Because that's what I would say. It seemed random for us to start making videos about Kajabi way before we were an affiliate and we're looking at it from that side. But I was thinking, okay, I'm trying to attract people and show them how they can look better on camera. But I thought, I reckon people who are on Kajabi, who are paying a decent amount of money for a platform, they need to be looking better. So I kind of was able to pivot, really. Mindset. So this is what you're teaching rather than to your audience. I think I would be trying to really narrow in and say, there's a lot of content you can make about mindset anyway, and really trying to think the questions that people are asking that mindset is the answer to. Yeah, absolutely. But reviewing stuff, have to think about. And you do, it might be, are there apps that you could do reviews on? Are there tools that, there are online tools that people can use to help them? Yeah, and maybe you need to get specific and almost niche down more than that and put people into pots that you're helping them with the mindfulness, but are you able to get in front of them with stuff that you're using that has helped you? I don't know. We can talk about that if you wanted to come in, for sure. It's the sort of stuff we can cover on the lives. If one channel is good and the are two better? Right, good question. We started a second channel and now wish we hadn't. Should we shut it down? It would be good to have a look at that with you, because the reason we normally say to form a second channel, it's really about the subscribers. If the content is relevant to the subscribers, then keep it all in one. If you're teaching mindfulness and then suddenly you decide you want to start doing some cookery things as well, that's definitely the need for a second channel. Yeah, so it's all about, is this relevant to the same audience, whether you have one or two? Definitely, and I seem to remember telling you this when we looked at it in the academy. It's a lot of work. You're doubling up on it, trying to run two. We did the same thing, actually. We set up a separate channel for Kajabi, and then I ended up pulling it all back in, and we pulled it back into our main one. Yep. Good stuff. Well, I hope that has been good, and I would absolutely love to sort of follow through with that and some other thoughts with you. So we've got this week. The doors are open right now. You can come and join us, and you can jump straight into the Facebook group and say hello and meet people in there. And we will be starting a week on Monday. So we will run in from the 15th through to the 26th. It would be a fantastic opportunity to come and join us, because we won't be running this again until middle of November. So come on, let's get in here. You'll be, how cool to be able to come back in November as an alumni, telling us this absolutely works, and you could be one of those testimonials that you can see on that page that we've got. All right, so thank you ever so much for your time. I really appreciate you being here with me, and I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. All the best. Bye.